Yo, John Fitch here. John Fitch knows nothing. What's happening? It's Sunday. Sunday and summer's freaking over. Kids got school supplies and they start this week. My oldest boy had his jamboree kickoff for his footballs stuff today. So yeah, I've been in the sun a little bit today. Whoa. But yeah, James, it's not a last minute show. It's a regular 7 o'clock show. But Restream, I use Restream. I stream on multiple platforms all at once, and I use Restream. And for some reason, setting up the show tonight, it didn't allow me to. It didn't put the thing on YouTube. It didn't like alert YouTube. It didn't queue it up on YouTube until like right really close to showtime. So well, I don't know. It's weird. Hopefully they'll fix that. John Gardner, how's it going? Nice. John Gardner, we met in Arkansas. Huh? John says, John, probably don't remember me, but bought both your books for my wrestling team in Arkansas. You signed them for the team. Since using your book to cut, had a 4-time at 4 different weights and team state runner-up. Nice. So he's using the weight cut Bible that you can get on Amazon, guys. In the description below, there's links to all that stuff. It's cheap too. Never miss weight again. Everybody who misses weight for an MMA fight, especially, should be given my book automatically. This athletic commission should pay me to use my book to teach people how to cut weight so that they don't ever miss. And then we won't have that problem anymore. But you'll still have people missing weight because it's not the process, it's the person. It's not cutting weight that's the problem. People just try to shortcut it. Andy Lee thinks both Izzy and Drake both did well. Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to the fight. We'll get to that fight. Because I got questions. All right. But let's start. You know, we didn't have I don't even know if we had bare knuckle. I don't think we had bare knuckle. I was busy Friday with stuff. And yeah, like getting my schedule back going since coming back from vacation. That can be difficult when you step away, especially when you're in charge of the schedule. It's different when like you have a job and your job is, oh, you have to be here at this time, and then they tell you what to do and you go do it at those times. But when you're the one who has to like decide when the job is and what job is and how hard you have to do it and wear it and do whatever, then it gets a little more difficult. I go away for a vacation, then I got to come back, and then I got to set things up again. So I'm kind of in that process still. I think the hard part is because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because 2 weeks in Indiana, I get to see what my life could look like, what I would be doing. Looks pretty nice. So everything over here becomes a little bit more laborious, a little bit extra labor added to it. But yeah, things are good. School's starting this week. Holy balls. Holy moly. That's crazy. That's wild. Wild. Let's get into the fights. I don't know if I watched all of them. The song Keenan and Rick Glenn fight, I think I remember because Rick Glenn is a tough bastard. and Song drop bomb. He drops the bombs. I was trying to get that to rhyme, but I don't think it did it very well. But yeah, Song was landed some hard punches. Glenn stayed in there. It was tough. Made it a fight. But he took some big shots from Mr. Keenan. What else? What else was notable? Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins looked very good with the striking. And Herbert Burns made it a fight. He stayed in there, made him grapple a little bit, tried to get it to the ground, try to take away that striking advantage that Mr. Jenkins had. I don't know if this is right, but there is Herbert, Mr. Herbert Burns, Gilbert Burns. Is that Gilbert's brother? Herbert and Gilbert. I think their parents did not. I don't think their parents named them to be fighters. I think their parents desperately wanted them to be accountants or something like that. Gilbert and Herbert. But Jack Jenkins looked really good. Finishes off Mr. Burns in the third round. But he was landing some really nice hard combinations in the pocket. Wrestling was okay, needs work. Ground, okay, needs work. Good enough to get back up and keep it striking. Who else? The Junior Tafa and Walter Walker. I don't know. Is this like some kind of weird like brother on brother fight stuff? Like Junior Tafa, there's another Tafa, and there's another Walker. They all like fighting each other. They swapping fights or something. But Walker pulled off the submission end of the first round. But yeah, it looked like some major holes. Looks like there's some major holes in Junior's game as far as wrestling in the ground goes. Junior's got a good chin and he's going to throw big punches. But if you're able to make him miss and or weather the storm, and you can put him on the ground, he looks a little helpless, doesn't he? When he's on the ground, he's like, oh, Jesus. Some guys really just don't want some guys just really don't want to learn the ground. They don't care. They don't want to learn either to get up. They just want to throw bombs. If it lands, it lands. If you land, you land. Just don't take me down. Just don't go to the ground. I just don't want to be on the ground. Like, I don't care if you knock me out. Just don't take me down. I think there are guys who are really like that. I've talked to guys who I've talked to. I was like, why doesn't this guy just spend some time learn how to get up? Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm just going to get in and out as fast as I can. I ain't learn that ground crap. I ain't learn that ground shit. Like, oh, okay. It's just that's just too much stuff. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'll try my best to get up. Otherwise, I'm just gonna throw bombs. Hopefully, he'll throw bombs too, and we'll be out of there in the first round. That's some guys' mindsets, I think. Pretty boy Gloy, what's going on, Coach Gloy? Hope things are going well. Oh man, got my night coffee going on. It's pretty good right now. We're buzzing through this card pretty fast because it wasn't knock your socks off, but it wasn't bad. And it wasn't anything. I don't know. Was there one championship. Was there Friday night fights for one? They usually have Friday night fights. I might have missed. But yeah, and I haven't been watching any, LFA or any of the smaller orgs. Maybe I need to start looking at those. Where are you guys getting most of your like fight info? Like where to watch? Like what events are going on? Where's the place that you frequent the most? Which is the place that delivers the best series of information to you on a regular? Like if I check this one place, I'll know of all the fight events that are happening this weekend, and that just happened. Like what's the site? Which is the place to go? No, that was older. That was older guys. That was some older people. I remember from way back years. I remember the way back. That wasn't even the Zers. That was some X. Possibly some boomers. Oh man. So that already gets us through the the preliminary card. And we're looking at the main card, which did have some fun fights. Man, Li Jingaling, Li Jingaling, Jing Liang, and Prates. This Carlos Prates, man, he's tough. He's got some length. He looks kind of twiggy. Like, but maybe he's just really tall. But he's very long legs, long arms, long elbows. Good build for that Muay Thai style. And then he's got pretty good hips. So like if you're trying to take him down, like it seems like he fights with takedowns pretty well. Even though I'm not saying he's a great wrestler, but it looks like he could learn pretty quickly because it looks like his hips go to the right places. And he's long, so he's able to find those posts where most people can't post in order to change up the center of gravity and fight to stay on his feet. He he could be a handful. 20-6. I want to know what the 6 guys are that beat him. See, that's what I hate though. Like, because the way they talk him up, I would have thought he was 20-0, 19-0. Not that he had 6 losses. So I don't like the unrealistic commenting. Just be like, okay, he's got 6 losses. That means he's probably got a style he probably struggles with, right? Is it the grappler? Is it the guy who took him down? Has he got 6 decision losses to wrestlers? Maybe you should bring that up. Maybe that should be something that's talked about. You think maybe? Or these 6 knockouts. He got knocked out 6 times because he stood in the pocket and just banged it out. That would tell me that his chin is not great. If he's got 6 decision losses to wrestlers, I'm willing to bet his wrestling defense needs work. And that's his kryptonite. But they don't ever mention that stuff. They don't mention it. Why? But Jing Ling took some big punches, some big shots. Well, he really wasn't really trying to push the clinch or push the takedown that I could really tell. He seemed like he was really trying to get in there and trade with Prates, and was just losing the exchanges. He fought tough, and it was a fun fight to watch because he was fighting tough while he was getting lit up. But yeah, he got Carlos gets Lee out of there end of the second round. So he just slowly kept pouring it on. Pretty Boy Gloy saying that he follows YouTube channels more. He visits sites, to be honest, like MMA Talk and MMA World. Yeah, it's that's the problem, man. There's so much to choose from. There's so many choices. You know, it's the when you get Frozen, right? You get the Frozen from so many choices, options. I just want one site that lists all of the events and where to watch them. Anybody got that? Just this week, these are the dates of these events. You can watch them here, and here's a link. That'd be good. That'd be cool. Maybe you could link to the website and you could, find out where you can watch the event from. Maybe a link to the pay-per-view, even something. Tai Tuivasa and Jairzinho, Rosenstreich, and these guys are fun, but didn't we already see this fight? Isn't this like the same matchup they throw all the time? Are either of these two guys ever going to be like contenders? They're just like we definitely need a knockout on this card. We definitely need a knockout on this card because it's a little light. So let's get these heavyweights together so they knock each other out, and they fight to a decision. I feel like they did respect each other's power, and I don't think they released with the reckless abandon that they could have. I don't know, guys. If you're gonna play it safe or take it a little bit safe, why not at least tie him up in the fence, hit a little foot sweep, a couple of elbows, just to mix it up. Like big guys, man, they get tired. They get tired when you gotta get up. When you gotta get up off the ground, they gotta pick up like 260 pounds up off the ground. It's exhausting, bro. You ever try to pick 260 pounds up off the ground? Who cares if it's your weight? If it's you still got to pick that up. You still got to pick up 260 pounds off the ground. Just saying, man. Put him on the ground. Put him on the ground. Watch him squirm around like a little turtle on his back. And he pops up. He's going to be a little bit tired. A little bit tired. Andy Lee, I'm not talking about where to steal the events from. I'm just talking about I just want to know where are the updates. I want to see a list. I want to see a list of what's happening, and then maybe I can make time for each thing, because it seems like you have to follow each individual thing on like social media like really close. Maybe like get updates or announcements or whatever on your phone or something. Because you're following the website and the app, and you got an AI assistant who wipes your butt for you, and it tells you about the fight that's coming up. Yeah, I haven't been going heavy on the deadlifts. The workouts got a little interrupted, starting with my trip to New York because I had to take it easy for like a week. because they did some scraping. They did some 10 jet action on my elbows and get the scar tissue out of there. And then briefly after that, I had my vacation. So I spent the last week and a half easing myself into a routine. Now I'm picking it up, and I got like the dad bod belly thing going on. I'm not into that. That's got to go. So we're gonna get some work in. We're gonna do some work. School's starting, so that's part of the new routine. Is I'm gonna get up and get part of my workout in, if not all of it, in the morning before I get the kids up. If I gotta take a midday nap, that's fine. But I'm more likely to find time for a midday nap than I am to find time to get my workout in when I'm already in the middle of stuff and maybe a little tired. Working out at the end of the day is hard, man, because you've already done so much and you're tired. But what I found, the real secret, guys, is this is the real secret to fighting and never suffering from depression ever, right? This is the secret. This is the cure to depression. Get up early and work out. Get up early, work out. Get up early and get a good workout in. Go lift, get a good hard cardio session in. Maybe get some rolls in, you spar, whatever, but just get a workout in. First thing, get up, go work out. Then go eat breakfast, have your coffee, start everything else. Just work out. No matter what happens after that, you've already won the day because you worked out. So you're a little bit healthier. You feel a little bit stronger. You feel like an animal. You feel alive. You just kicked your own ass. That's one body, one ass you've already kicked that day, and you're just starting. You're just starting. People are asleep, and you've already kicked an ass. There ain't no stopping you. There ain't how do you get? Oh, I feel sad now. That doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Because you're like, oh, I'm kind of sad, but you know what, man? I did my deadlifts today. I feel pretty good about that. I'm telling you. So you had everybody getting up early and doing a workout. We cure depression this week. This week it's over. Oh, what's happening with my... Huh. Is my stream looking all right? It looks like it's doing all right. Sorry, I just want to make sure. My topology, is that the one? Topology is the one. Is that the big one to go to right now? I don't know what's going on with my rock fin. It's having issues. I don't know why. Because the other streams seem just fine. Oh, and now it's fine. Okay. I don't know. It's weird. Is everything all right? You people watching on Rockfin? For some reason, my Rockfin thing looked like it was not going. All right, guys. All right. So let's get into the final. Is it the final? Yeah, we covered the heavyweights. Okay, we still got a couple more fights. Yeah, so yeah, the Tuivasa, Rosenstruck, like these guys, I don't know, man. Yeah, they're big heavyweights, but I feel like there are other heavyweights out there that they need to be given a shot. These guys, You know, when they lose, it's usually a devastating knockout. I guess this was just a decision loss there for two of us. But how long can you ride on that shoey thing? A while? Is that going to get him going for a while? I don't know. It's going to be a certain point. You're just like, do you make a run at the title or not? Or you just stay the gimmick fighter? Then we get to lightweight matchup, and this was pretty magical. I think it was kind of magical. Dan Hooker and Matthias Gemrat. Matthias hit hard. I think he was hitting harder than Hooker, but Hooker was landing more, and Hooker was landing more clean. It's a very close fight, but I'm fine with Hooker winning that fight. But that was it was gritty. It was gritty. It was close. Gemrat is derailed a little bit in his progress, as he was 24-2 going into that with 1 no contest. Hooker was 23-12. So Hooker, he's a gamer, man. He's a gamer. He games. Like he's in it. He's in it. He's in the fight. He's one of those guys. You know, he is one of those guys. And I don't think you can ever you can't ever write him off or count him out. I think he's kind of put himself in there, Dan Hooker. He's a gamer. He can step up and make it happen sometimes. You know? And he did last night. So Dan Hooker gets the decision and a nice little close fight. Co-main event. Kai Kara France over Steve Erceg. Erceg, this is now his second main event, a co-main event type fight. Last was his title fight. This was, I don't know, man. It's just too fast, too early. You know, he was 12-1 going into a title fight. Never fighting 5-round fight before. Kara France, you know, he's a stud. They're pushing him. He's pushing himself at least. He wants up in the title circle. He wants to make waves. I like Erceg. He's tough, but man, that sucks. Back-to-back losses, I think, for him now too, right? Pantoja, yep. He's got a win over Schnell earlier in the year. Win over Costa. Winner over Dvorak. Erceg, he's tough. I like him, but I don't know. What's going to happen. That's tough. It's a tough spot because he's young. He's 12-3 now. You know, already fought for the title. You know, he's going off of back-to-back losses now. So, like, he realistically could still be fighting guys like undercard, prelim level guys. But because he's already fought for a title, he's already fought co-main event, like, people are going to expect to see him in those main card fights. So you're going to have to keep putting him up there against top tier guys. He's going to have to, you know, it's going to be a dogfight. His career is going to be a dogfight. Because where does he go now? Does he go preliminary? Do you drop him down to the prelims or main card of a fight night? And who's he fight? You know, what is that flyweight? Is that 145 or is that 125? 125. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes they bait you to get these opportunities for title shots and it's a big chance. We'll give you a little extra money. But then like it kind of messes up the trajectory of the rest of your career. You know? They get you to gamble. Yeah, they are just recycling the same fighters at 55. They need to put some new guys through. Oh no, Brian T. UK sent robot dogs to Ukraine. Did the Ukraine? Was somebody in the Ukraine posting mean messages, or messages deemed untrue by the Ministry of Truth? They're threatening to extradite Americans for their possible mistweeting of events or things. I don't know. Sounds ridiculous. Didn't they try a T-tax or something once? You guys stay away. Robot dogs. Good old robot dogs, you know. I'm going to find... Where? Oh. Where is my thing at? I was trying to show you something here, but there it is. Here we go. Yeah, guys. Speaking of robot dogs, don't forget you can get all your robot dog stuff here. Oh, you can find the link in the description below. You can get these on t-shirts and stuff. These are just the coffee mug examples, but yeah, you can get any of this other stuff. Oh, there's my face. You can get that as a sticker. You can get all this stuff on your hat and clothes. The camera's being wonky. Oh, sorry about that, guys. My camera is acting up. So if it shuts off, I apologize, but it might because It's hot. It's a little hot in the garage. I turn the fan on. Hopefully that'll cool it off enough. But yeah, that was Ursula Carafrance. Carafrance just too fast, too powerful. Got over on him. Then we get to the main event, the main fight of the night. Dricus du Plessis, the South African, versus Israel Adesanya. And the lead up to this fight was goofy. It was goofy. Like, just the emotionalism from Izzy. And I mean, I guess I can't really blame Duplessis because he kind of just looked awkward the whole time. He looked like, because Izzy was saying awkward stuff. He seemed awkward. The fight itself, first round was close. I think you tossed a coin with it. Duplessis was landing the leg kick, a lot of leg kicks, inside leg kicks. Was rushing in and landing punches some. Izzy was landing good. I could have taken it either way. I was leaning towards Duplessis because he's the champ, and it's not written in the rules anywhere that you got to beat the champ, but it seems like that's a thing. Sometimes it seems like it. Even though it's not supposed to be, it seems like it is. So I was leaning towards him first round. But, you know, if Izzy was a champ, then I think they would have easily given it to him. So I think even first round. Second round, Duplessis takes him down. He decides to take him down. And this, I think, was a very smart plan on him. He started getting tired from taking him down and grappling and forcing the grappling. But I think Izzy was getting tired also. He didn't show it right away, but he definitely got tired. Now, you look at this one or two ways. I think he did a good plan. Striking the first round is dangerous. But I think by striking with Izzy in the first round, I think he got Izzy to be more comfortable in the striking zone, the striking range, and made him a little bit overconfident in stepping in and sitting down in the pocket and throwing. So second round, when he stepped in and threw the right hand, Duplessis changed levels, double leg. I guess, you could argue that he needed that first round to draw Izzy into that double leg, because Izzy can fight the takedowns a little bit. He's long. He's able to post his hands, keep his head up, start coming up, and you have to wrestle him really hard to keep him down on the ground. And that can wear you out. I think Duplessis definitely did wear himself out, because he comes out to the third round and he looked tired. He looked tired. He looked like he was physically exhausted. Izzy seemed a little bit tired, but not as much as Duplessis. And then to me, it seemed like Izzy started to pull away. So you had first round, I didn't say a draw, but could easily have given it to Izzy. Second round, definitely Duplessis. Third round, also a good round, but Izzy starts pulling away. I think he starts pulling away in the third round and starts clearly showing that he's out striking, and Duplessis doesn't have the stamina to take him down again. He looked like he was too exhausted to take him down again. And going into the fourth round, I thought that was the round where Izzy might start turning it up and finish the fight. But I was really wrong. And Izzy was just as tired. He was just as tired as Duplessis was. He was just as exhausted from fighting that wrestling. He was hiding it pretty well, but at a certain point, he couldn't hide anymore. And I think Duplessis hit him to the body and then landed some punches that weren't super clean, but were enough to hurt the tired guy. You know, when you're already kind of tired and you hit in the body, I think it makes it a lot worse. And it was just a slippery slope from there. Duplessis gets to the takedown, sloppy takedown. It looked like a wounded, tired gazelle being chased by an exhausted leopard. It was just like almost out. Ugh. Just barely enough energy to swipe that last time. He gets the takedown, works his way to the back, and it wasn't like the best technique ever. It wasn't. Some people are mad because his rear naked choke. It's the one on the screen. We'll have to share. Let's see. This one? Yeah, this one. So you can see the feet. People are mad because he's not under the chin, right? He's gable gripping here. Feet are crossed. I think the frustration of that not being super perfect, but still getting the job done. When somebody's really tired, like you don't have to be super perfect. But also, Duplessis, he did great, good fight. Both guys, I think, did good. But where the hell, like, is Izzy just old? Did Izzy get old and lose a step? Is that I have to say it? Did Izzy lose a step? Is his age playing a role in this? Because how did Paulo Costa not be able to cross that line and find the range and land a couple big punches? You know, why? Where was Whitaker? Where was Whitaker? You know, getting inside and landing some punches, landing to the body. I mean, we saw Strickland just march down, sit in the pocket, and trade with Izzy. Did Izzy lose a step? Right? Did he lose a step before he fought Strickland? Did he? That's what I'm wondering, because that is just Duplessis is tough. Is he like maybe big, much bigger than the other guys, and we're not realizing it? You put him side by side, he's actually like a tank, and that's why Izzy had as much problem with him. Yep, his feet are crossed. Yep. Once again, we'll look at his feet crossed. He's got his feet crossed. So he's open. Well, you guys don't know. When your feet are crossed, you're susceptible to getting your ankles submitted. Right? All you got to do is step over your feet and catch them and arch forward, and that puts pressure on your ankle and can pop your own ankle and get you to tap from your own bad foot placement. And he did it. He wasn't some super great, awesome jiu-jitsu guy. You know, he was just some pretty good South African fighter. So that's what's in my head right now. Because Duplessis he's not a like Olympic wrestler. He's not a national champion level wrestler. Are you telling me that Izzy's whole fighting career, his whole career, is just dictated by the fact that nobody could really wrestle? You know, like, think about that, guys. Think about that. The promoters kept enough wrestlers away from Izzy to keep him at the top for a while. And then, I don't know, man. Brian T. I think Izzy has a weak identity, claims to be African, Chinese, etc. The fame exposed it. Yeah, like that could be a problem. You know, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know who you are, what you are, and then now you're like in the light, you're in the limelight, and everybody is kind of treating you a certain way. Maybe you do have a little issue with your identity. You know, if you take the fighting thing too serious, man, especially when it's not fully merit based, that can really mess with you, man. It can really mess with you. You understand that it's pro wrestling. Got to help you deal with it a little bit more. You saying, James, you heard Duplessis walks around like 220? Remember Rockhold used to be around like 215 when he fought 85? Like, it's not unheard of. Brian T, yes, I do also believe promoters definitely influence, right? They influence the fighters by rewarding certain behaviors. And if you are telling the fighter straight up, hey, we're not going to sign you if you're grapple heavy. Like that's not a sport, guys. Like, hey man, we're not going to hire you as our quarterback because you don't throw the ball enough. You win every game. You always win, even with bad running backs. But I don't know. It's weird, man. Yep, nurturing golden gooses. It's a production, guys, not a sport. JD, you are correct. Yeah, he was breathing heavy early, and you know, like I was just like, this doesn't look good. He's really struggling with the takedowns, really holding on for those positions when he gets to them. Like it wasn't utilizing the positions to do enough damage. Planet champs bring in the revenue. Yes. Controlled. Yeah. When you can control the stories, it's all about stories, guys. You control the stories. That's what's important. I was talking about last week. That's what I think they're doing with the Jones thing is the stories. Right? They need the stories of John Jones so that they can sell that story of him forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. They need their Muhammad Ali where they can own, right? It's their Muhammad Ali, it's their Bruce Lee, but the UFC will own the likeness and image, not the person, not the individual. You understand that? Diabolical, man. That's diabolical. Kept saying that Sean uses more body shots and don't just head hunt. In the rematch, he will beat DDP. We'll see if that's what people want. I think that's what they're going to ask for, probably. But yeah, where's the wrestler? Where's the wrestler in all this? When's he coming up? What's his next event? When's he's fighting next? Brian T saying, "Will MMA become an Olympic sport, or is it not as cool as breakdancing?" Corporate moms. Problem with MMA is it became a professional sport before it had an amateur base. That's the problem with MMA. So we don't really have a good amateur system for MMA, and that's a problem for a number of reasons. And one of those reasons is just simply the fact that these promoters control exclusive contract rights and control titles. You know, boxing has golden gloves and regional belts and amateur level stuff where you climb the ranks and qualify for the Olympic team. There's not really a unified amateur sports system that works very well. If anything, pancration or combat sambo, I think we need to adopt combat sambo here in the States, and we need to build the American Combat Sambo Federation or whatever that is, because I think that is the best feeder for MMA, quite honestly. You got little shorts on, you got a gi top, you got your small gloves, 9-ounce gloves, headgear. You're just on a wrestling mat and you fight. You get points, you have different rules for that, and it's good, I think, because then you just take off the gi and you go into a cage, and that's what you're doing then. JD saying Zankloff from a part of Dagestan Dana doesn't like. I couldn't believe he gave Khalil the shot over him. Yeah, I don't know what they're really. He's gonna fight. Khalil's gonna fight. No, yeah, like they want a legend, right? It's all about stories. So what's the story? They're gonna have Boltan is gonna beat this guy, and now he's the greatest 205 pounder ever. They'll say he's the greatest 205 pounder ever. And wait, John Jones is the greatest ever. Oh wait, John Jones is a heavyweight. We can make him fight, and then that's the fight they'll make, and then it's just stupid theatrics and pro wrestling garbage. And John Jones will probably win that fight because he can wrestle and Boltan cannot. And then they'll have the story of how John Jones was the greatest of all time. Oh my God. And guess who gets to cash in on all of that? UFC. UFC will cash in on John Jones's name forever and always. And John will not get to see it, and neither will his family. Not past the peanuts he's getting right now. But whatever, who cares? I'm just an old man yelling at the clouds. That's all. That's all I am. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. It's the one with the thumb thing. That one. You got to see that one that looks like that. Does it go that way, maybe? The thumb. And you got to hit it. Yeah, Bo Nickel. When's Bo Nickel back on the cards? I think. All right, guys. All right. I'll put this in here again. I don't know if I did that before. That's the link to the merch, guys. Grab some merch. It helps. Every little bit helps. I'm trying to relocate, and it would help if you buy some merch. Kevsta says the breakdance story is so wild, like a comedy from 2000 era. Blades of Glory, Balls of Fury, Dodgeball. You're right. It is. It's almost like somebody did it as a joke and they wrote it. It's some kind of one of those whatever brothers movies. That's funny. All right, guys. That's all I got. What is coming up? Fight night, August 24th, Cannonier and Barajo. One of these fight nerds. So that should be interesting. Neil Magny, Michael Morales, Mirskart, and Shabazian. Okay, there's some fights. Borshev and Lontop. Let's do it. Let's go. Fights coming up on the 24th next week. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you.